Hello my dear students, welcome to one more amazing session from Sri Chaitanya Academy, the Infinity Lane NEET YouTube channel. So re-rise, re-NEET. It's an opportunity for all the students who performed well in the cancel NEET and who were just in the border of this cracking. Now this is going to be an awesome experience. Of course, the cancellation of NEET is quite unfortunate. Let us not discuss about why it is happened, how it is happened. We will be discussing right now for rising, re-rise for re-NEET examination. So for that, Sri Chaitanya Academy is giving you a continuous array of the classes for the betterment of the students. I thought as a chemistry faculty, whenever a student from the NEET examination always fear about the numericals and the physical chemistry part, it is a phenomenal. Of course, let us come out of this and let us do the best. What do you say? Those who are online, please like the session, share with your friends. इन लोगों को भी कुछ फायदा होना चाहिए, and please share the session with your friends and subscribe to this channel and press the bell button so that we will be continuously giving the updates regarding what NEET and how this happened. Even post NEET, we will be helping you to reach your dream medical college. What do you say? Fine, my dear children, so let us start the complete chemistry formula revision from the physical chemistry, and I am going to tell you how the physical chemistry question can come. So you see that physical chemistry means a numerical part, you will be bashed with all the numericals in the chemistry. When you see the last couple of years NEET examination, numerical solving part is little less, but logical part is more, and theory oriented question from the physical chemistry is also be more embossed. So anyways, let us start without any delay. So structure of atom, equilibrium, thermodynamics, and chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, chemical kinetics, and electrochemistry. In this aspect, I just want to say, guys, thermodynamics and chemical equilibrium, yesterday we discussed at some points. So वो skip करके बाकी chapters को formula revise करने को करना कैसे, and I am going to show you the formula and I'll give you how the questions can come. And let us see from the structure of atom, the radius of the nucleus R is equal to R naught A to the power 1 by 3. Okay, and here this is the based on the atomic mass. A is going to be atomic mass number of that particular element. So radius of the nucleus, and according to the Planck's quantum theory, energy of one photon is equal to hc by lambda is equal to h nu. H is equal to Planck's constant 6.626 into 10 raised negative 34 joules second, and c is the light velocity 3.0 into 10 raised 8 meters per second. Always memorize one thing, always see one thing. Only SI units are more pronely it is added. Nu is going to be frequency and lambda is equal to wavelength. मेरे ख्याल में ही क्या, E is inversely proportional to lambda, ताकि इसका मिलेगा E1 by E2 is equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1. So based on that, even in the cancelled NEET question has been asked. Can you believe it? You simply say a formula, I already knew it, but how the questions can be incorporated in the NEET examination, that we'll discuss here. And photoelectric effect. When a light of a suitable frequency falls on a clean metallic surface, electrons from the surface of the metal is ejected out. That phenomena is called as a photoelectric effect. That is given as E is equal to W naught plus KE. E is equal to incident light in energy. E naught is a work function, the minimum energy that required to cause the photoelectric effect. KE is the kinetic energy of ejected photon. And you can see E is equal to h nu, and E W naught is equal to h nu naught. Nu is incident light frequency, nu naught is equal to critical frequency or threshold frequency, the minimum frequency of this light that can cause photoelectric effect, and mass of electron, velocity of electron. You can also write h nu is equal to h nu naught plus Ke, and you can write the Ke is equal to h nu minus h nu naught, and Ke is equal to h of nu minus nu naught, nu minus nu naught. Now I wanted to say this, based on this you are going to have super awesome questions from the NEET examination, believe it or not. When you see a graph between kinetic energy and the frequency, you are going to get a straight line and the intercept of the frequency axis, and that intercept gives you nu naught. Fine. Dear children, which of the following graph is correct? So all multiple choice questions can be incorporated here. If you say here chart box, you have a chart box, comment box, you all tell me the relation between kinetic energy of intensity of light. So what is the nature of the graph? What is the nature of the graph? You are going to get a straight line. So kinetic energy of the photoelectron is independent on the intensity of the light. So if you have any doubts, please let me know. One slide photoelectric effect is done. One slide photoelectric effect is done. Done? Fine. Moving ahead, in the structure of atom, Bohr's model. Angular momentum mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. This is called quantization of angular momentum. This is the foremost and the supporting point for the entire Bohr's atomic theory. And also you can see energy of the electron in nth shell is going to be 2.18 into 10 raised negative 18 into g square by n square, and energy inversely proportional to negative z square and upon n square. As n value increases, energy value increases, mind it. Why? Because this is a negative quantity. Are you getting or not? This is a live interactive session, my dear students. Please ask any doubts if you find it here. It is a common thing. So energy of the electron, this is in the joule per atom. If you want to take it in the electron volt per atom, you are going to get a negative. Energy of the electron is a negative. Okay, the expression is going to be 2 pi square m e to the power 4 by n square for the hydrogen atom. Fine. Any doubt? Now let us talk about radius is equal to 0.529 into n square by z, and the radius is directly proportional to n square by z. So these expressions can give you to find the ratio of these energies and the radius. So radius will be given, you are asked to get the energy. So that is important, and the velocity of the electron is given as 2.18 into 10 to the power 6 into z by n meters per second. So I mean to say velocity of the electron is directly proportional to z by n. As n value increases and the velocity of the electron decreases. So my dear students, you please ask doubts, so the class cannot be monotonic. Let us be interactive. This is a live interactive session, not a radio session. So I'm only delivering. You can discuss the subject with me. If you have any motivation, you can talk to me. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, so that I am very happy to help you in this online YouTube platform. Dear students, believe me, by using this YouTube channel, so many hundreds of the students entered into the medical college. So you may feel attending the YouTube sessions is a fun or some kind of time pass. No, absolutely not. Here in this Sri Chaitanya Academy NEET YouTube channel here by Infinity Learn, we are not promoting anything, we are not selling anything, just we are giving you the genuine subject especially for you. Any doubts, you please use the chat box. And moving ahead, in the hydrogen atom, when the electron is jumping from one shell to another shell, it loses energy, and that energy has a wavelength that can be calculated as 1 by lambda is equal to nu bar is equal to r g square into 1 by n square, n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. n1 is lower energy shell to which electron is coming, n2 is from which shell an electron is coming. So this is how the photon frequency or energy or wavelength can be calculated. R value is going to be 109,677.8 centimeter inverse Rydberg constant. And I just want to give you 1 by R is equal to 912 angstrom units. Use this trick so that you can calculate seamlessly. And in that, the maximum number of spectral lines that can be formed, that is equal to delta n of delta n 1 plus by 2. Okay, so here for Lyman series, n1 is equal to 1. For Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2. For Paschen series, n1 is equal to 3. Bracket series, n1 is equal to 4. For Fund series, n1 is equal to 5. Fine. Then how do you say the n2 value? Okay, for the first line has the maximum wavelength n2 is equal to n1 plus 2, n1 plus 1. It is going to be n1 plus 1. And second line, okay, n2 is equal to n1 plus 2. Third line, for any series, n2 is equal to n1 plus 3. It goes on. And the last line, this is also said to be series limit. You can say minimum wavelength or maximum energy, n2 is going to be infinity. So if you have these points in your mind, you can do miracles in the hydrogen spectrum. And you know, Lyman series, it is observed in ultraviolet region, it is in the visible region, and the rest is going to be infrared, near infrared, middle infrared, far infrared. So one slide hydrogen spectrum is as discussed. Fine. Any doubt? Clear? Bacho? That's good. Moving ahead, if you have any doubts, please ask us. Now, let us talk about de Broglie wavelength. An electron moving in a particular shell. You are going to, an electron is moving. It will have both particle nature as well as an wave nature. The wavelength associated with that particle is inversely proportional to wavelength, that is given as a lambda is equal to h by mv or h by p. H is a Planck's constant, mass, m is the mass, c is the velocity. Okay, and you can say in this de Broglie wavelength of the particle moving, h by is equal to root 2 k e m kinetic energy, or for the charged particle h by root 2 q v m accelerating potential. For wavelength of the electron, 12.3 by root voltage, so that wavelength of the electron is calculated in angstrom units. Are you getting or not? Directly you can do that. Direct voltage will be given, you can put it there. You need not have to worry to calculate the de Broglie wavelength itna hona hai, and calculations are pretty simple, right? Bacho, if you have any doubts, please use the chat box and you can have a discussion. So moving ahead, quantum numbers. To identify the electron in an atom, a set of 4 quantum numbers has been given. And this is a principal quantum number, is designated with the n. It tells us to which shell an electron belongs. Its values are going to be starting from 1, 2, 3 and so on till infinity. And second one is orbital angular momentum on electron in any. It is angular momentum of an electron in any orbit is equal to nh by 2 pi. And azimuthal quantum number, that is designated with L. So it signifies to which subshell an electron belongs. It value starts from 0 and 1, 2, and maximum value of the azimuthal quantum number leads till n minus 1. Okay, and talking about maximum number of electron in a particular shell is equal to 2 into 2l plus 1, 4l plus 2. So maximum number of electrons in a shell, maximum electrons is equal to 2n square. Okay, so you can also say orbital angular momentum. Angular momentum is different, orbital angular momentum is different, that is going to be L into L plus 1 dot h by 2 pi. Okay, so what is the value of L? L is equal to 0, L is equal to 1, L is equal to 2, L is equal to 3. S subshell, P subshell, D subshell, F subshell. Fine. A question may be asked, what is the orbital angular momentum of 4s electron? So it is going to be 0. Okay, and also you can say the number of subshells in a shell is equal to n. These formulas are super important for NEET examination. And direct MCQs you can get it. Which of the following is true? Match the followings. Statement 1, statement 2, assertion, reasoning. And Bacho, I will tell you, you completed your NEET preparation. NEET is completed. But unfortunately, NEET is cancelled. It doesn't mean that your life is not changed. So you have to kickstart your just recapturing the things, and you are going to eventually write June 21st the RE-NEET examination. Can I say one important point, the deciding factor for RE-NEET June 21st? I will tell you. Again you have to prepare, again you have to revise, how much you revise and who is going to be the All India rank 1. These are not the useful thing. Only one factor that decide your fate is motivation. Yes, you have to be motivated by yourself and be strong. Your preparation is done. You don't restart. You just revise the things which what you done. Okay, don't go into the panic state. Okay, so here from Sri Chaitanya Academy Infinity Lane NEET YouTube channel, we are here to help you to the best, and will take you to the best score in the RE-NEET examination, talking about number of orbitals in a shell, n square, and the maximum number of electrons in a shell, 2n square, Bohr-Bury principle. This is what is called Bohr-Bury principle. Bohr-Bury principle. Okay, and the number of orbitals in a subshell, 2l plus 1. The number of electrons in a subshell, 2 into 2l plus 1, 4l plus 2. This is the point, it is given in the previous AIPMT examination. उस समय में NEET नाम नहीं था, AIPMT वाला था, 4l plus 2. And also you can see here 4l plus 2, and maximum number of electrons in any orbital. Only 2. S orbital you say 2, P orbital you say 6. No. S orbital 2, P subshell it is having 3 px, py, pz ऑर्बिटल्स, उसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, उसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, उसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, मिलके 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होना चाहिए. So in any orbital maximum of 2 electrons are there. Fine. Are you getting or not? Clear? Now moving ahead in the mole concept, you can take the moles, the mass, volume and the number, and everything is taken into the case. I want to say if moles are asked to calculate weight by molecular weight, if the volume is given, number of moles is equal to volume in liters upon 22.4. If number is given, number of moles is equal to number by Avogadro number. So you can equate these three. So number of moles is equal to weight by molecular weight is equal to volume in liters by 22.4 is equal to number by Avogadro number. So like that you can do these calculations. If one is given, another one you can calculate. Good morning PB35C8X. How are you? How are you? So how you are preparing for your NEET exams? So concentration terms, molarity, weight by molecular weight into 1000 by volume of the solution in milliliters. Molality, weight, number of moles of solute by mass of the solvent in grams. Okay. And also you can say weight by molecular weight into 1000 by weight of the solvent in grams you can take. And mole fraction, it is the fraction of the number of moles of a component to the total number of moles. You know, sum of the mole fractions of all components in the solution supposed to be equal to 1. Okay. And the percentage calculation, W by W percentage, W by V percentage, V by V percentage. Okay. And also talking about molality into molarity. This is a super awesome calculation करने के लिए. ये expression itself is an option for the multiple choice question. M into 1000 upon 1000 to rho minus M2. Here rho is the density. Here X is the mole fraction of the solvent. X2 is the mole fraction of the solute. Small m is the molality. Capital M is the molarity. Okay. So rho is the density of the solution. Fine. And you can also say here M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. It is the dilution law. Dilution law. When the solutions are mixed, molarity of the mixture is going to be M1 V1 plus M2 V2 upon V1 plus V2. Okay. The total volume of the solution also you can take it. And let us talk about the concept of equivalent mass. Equivalent mass is equal to atomic weight by valency factor. If it is for the molecule, you can say in case of an acid or a base, molecular weight by the N factor is equal to basicity, number of H plus ions, acidity, number of OH minus ions. Okay. So recapturing it, you can go here with oxidizing agent or reducing agent. Equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight upon number of electrons involved in the redox change. In oxidation, you can see the loss of electrons can be seen. In the reduction, you can see the gain of electrons are seen. Are you getting or not? Fine. Okay. And equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency factor according to the electronic configuration. Any doubt, bacha? If you have any doubt, please let us know. That's fine. Concept of number of equivalents, just like a number of moles, number of equivalents weight is equal to weight by equivalent weight. What is equivalent weight? We just seen molecular weight by N factor, right? So number of equivalents of solute is equal to number of moles of solute into valency factor. So the concept of equivalent weight is pretty well helpful in chemical calculations. Okay, normality is the number of equivalent weight of the solute upon volume of the solution, just like molarity. And normality, molarity का क्या अंतर है? Normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. Fine. And also calculation of valency factor, you can say for acid the number of H plus ions donated by one molecule So for base, the number of OH minus donated by one molecule. For a salt, the total magnitude of either cation or anion. For redox change, number of electrons that are involved in the redox change. That is the values. Here also you can calculate normality of the dilution. N1 V1 is equal to N2 V2, and normality of the mixture is equal to N1 V1 plus N2 V2 upon V1 plus V2. Fine. For an acid and base are mixed. Okay. For acid base mixed. So Na Va is equal to Nb Vb. You can say the solution is going to be completely neutralized, pH is going to be 7. And if Na Va is greater than Nb Vb, acid is dominating, so that Hu plus ion concentration is equal to Na Va minus Nb Vb upon Va plus Vb. If base so from here you can calculate pH is equal to negative logarithm to the base 10 of Hu plus ion concentration. Remember? So ionic equilibrium, the most important formulas are being calculated here, right? Bacho. So I want to randomly pick some pointers and I will explain you. Okay, if the base is more, NbVb is greater than NaVa, so that the base is dominating, so that OH minus is equal to NaVa minus NbVb upon Va plus Vb. From here you can calculate POH is equal to negative logarithm to the base 10 of OH minus calculations. Fine. इससे आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं pH is equal to pH plus POH is equal to 14. Okay, so you can calculate pH is equal to 14 minus POH. Are you getting or not? So bachcho, now moving ahead, that's what I wanted to say. Thermodynamics we already did in the previous class, and I want to discuss some Henderson-Hasselbalch equation and all, ionic equilibrium and all, right. So let us talk about Henderson-Hasselbalch equation for the calculation of a buffer. So for a acidic buffer, pH is equal to pKa plus log conjugate base by weak acid. So I mean to say salt concentration. This is what is called as salt concentration. This is your salt concentration and this is a weak acid concentration. For pH of the basic buffer is going to be POH is equal to pKb plus log conjugate acid, means it is going to be concentration of the salt of this weak base. From this salt hydrolysis is taken. Salt hydrolysis is the reverse process of neutralization. Neutralization is exothermic process and salt hydrolysis is an endothermic process. Salt react with water and gives us corresponding an acid plus base. This is very, very, very important. Okay, and you can say hydrolysis at a glance and a strong acid plus strong base like NaCl do not undergo hydrolysis. pH is going to be neutral. And you can also see a weak acid and a strong base, acetic acid is taken, anionic hydrolysis takes place, so that the solution is going to be basic pH is going to be greater than 7. And hydrolysis constant is equal to root Kw by Ka dot C, and C is the concentration of the salt, Kw is the ionic product constant, and Kh hydrolysis constant is equal to Ka by Kw by Ka, and pH is equal to pKw plus pKa log C by 2. Similarly, when you talk about the strong acid and weak base ammonium chloride, and the solution is going to be pH is going to be less than 7, cationic hydrolysis takes place. Cationic hydrolysis takes place. Degree of hydrolysis root Kw upon Kb dot C, and Kh is equal to Kw by Kb, and the pH is going to be pKw minus pKb minus log C by 2. And these formulas directly you can use in the NEET examination. And you see weak acid and weak base, so the solution may be slightly acidic or slightly basic. Okay, and you see degree of hydrolysis is equal to root over Kw upon Ka dot Kb. In this scenario, it is independent on the concentration of the salt. That is very, very, very important point. Okay, how much ever the concentration you have taken, the degree of hydrolysis has no influence in that. Kh hydrolysis constant is equal to Kw upon Ka dot Kb. And you can say the pH is equal to pKw plus pKa minus pKb by 2. So this particular slide can give you a chance to score 4 marks in the NEET 2026 RE-NEET 21 June. Right? Any doubt? Take a screenshot. 3, 2, 1, 0. Moving ahead here, solubility and the solubility product, this is very important. Solubility is it is denoted by S and expressed in mole per liter or gram per liter. It is the weight of solute in grams present in 100 milliliters of solution. As dilution increases solubility, concentration of the common ions, solubility is inversely proportional to concentration of common ions and number of common ions. And as dilution increases, solubility of course increases, and it is given as the solubility product constant, that is Ksp. It is the product of the concentrations of the ions. Okay, the saturated solution stays the quantity of the solute dissolved is always in equilibrium with the saturated solution, means there is an equilibrium between dissolved salt and undissolved salt. So that examples you can say calcium fluoride, calcium 2 plus 2 F minus, Ksp is equal to calcium 2 plus and F minus square. You can say it is S and 2S. S is the solubility. Ksp is equal to S dot S2S square. Okay, is going to be 4s cube, right? Like that you can have Ksp value will be given, you can calculate the solubility. So Ag to CRO for 2 Ag plus CRO for 2 minus. So the Ksp is going to be Ag plus a square and CRO for 2 minus. Understand? So it is going to be an awesome experience to see this all the formulas in one shot. It is a kind of marathon session. You can do the best. Hi. Dhanam, hi, hello. So those students who are online, please like the session. Now you can see the binary electrolyte. This is the expression for the solid and unionized aqueous solution, and you have to study the equilibrium here. Okay, and this is given as a Ksp is equal to A plus and B minus. For Ax and By, it is going to be A plus to the power x and B minus to the power y according to its valency. Okay, and also solubility product in precipitation. So precipitation occurs or not. NEET examination, this pointer is very important. If Ksp is equal to ionic product, solubility product is equal to ionic product, it is absolutely a saturated solution. If ionic product is greater than solubility product, So the precipitation takes place, equilibrium goes into the backward direction. If solubility product is greater than ionic product, so what happened? This is going to be unsaturated solution, precipitation do not take place. This is very, very, very important criteria of precipitation. Okay, and in the solutions you have all the things, Raoult's law. So we'll discuss all the chapters on the numerical basis, right? Now let us see. So Raoult law says the partial vapor pressure of a component is directly proportional to its mole fraction in the liquid. So I want to say Pa is equal to P naught A mole fraction of A, and Pb is equal to P naught B mole fraction of B, and total pressure of the solution is equal to P naught A mole fraction of A plus P naught B mole fraction of B. A solution which obeys the Raoult law should follow this is said to be an ideal solution. And mole fraction in the vapor phase also can be calculated. Pa is equal to P naught A mole fraction of A is equal to mole fraction of A dot Pt. And similarly Pb is equal to mole fraction of B in the vapor phase in the Pt. And 1 by Pt is equal to mole fraction of A in the vapor phase on P naught A plus mole fraction of B in the vapor phase of B. And moving ahead, relative lowering of vapor pressure. P naught minus Ps upon P naught is equal to mole fraction of the solute. So these are called colligative properties. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is a colligative property. Lowering of vapor pressure is not a colligative property. Elevation in the boiling point is a colligative property. Delta T B is equal to I into Kb into molality. Kb is called ebullioscopic constant. I is the van 't Hoff factor. I am going to show that. So Kb is equal to RTB square m upon 1000 into enthalpy of evaporation. Okay, based on this, one question is already asked. Moving ahead, depression in the freezing point, delta Tf is equal to IKF into molality. Kf is equal to cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant. And you can also say Kf is equal to RTFm upon 1000 by delta H fusion, and the molar enthalpy of a fusion. Moving ahead, osmotic pressure. Osmosis is a process, spontaneous migration of the solvent from low concentration to high concentration. So to resist that process of osmosis, the opposite side, the force is acting, that is called osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure is the property of the solution, and it is applied from the higher concentration side, and pi is equal to CRT or CST, you can say. Yes, you can take as 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay, now when the solutions are mixed, you can say resultant osmotic pressures, you can calculate pi is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C, okay, RT by V. Understand? And also abnormal colligative properties due to association or dissociation. To correct that, you need to use a van 't Hoff factor. So this van 't Hoff factor is the ratio of observed colligative property upon theoretically calculated colligative property. And you can also say the number of particles after association or dissociation upon the total number of particles dissolved. If there is no association or dissociation, I value is 1. If dissociation I value is greater than 1, association I value is less than 1. And also say the degree of ionization, alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1 for dissociation. So alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon 1 by n minus 1 for this is association. So this is how you can see the various levels of the questions from these NCERT based NEET examination physical chemistry formula revision. In further classes also we will be having all these type of discussion, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics bhi bacha, and we will be conducting some marathon sessions based on that. Okay, today I am done for now. Hope you enjoyed the quick and formula revision. Today atomic structure is done, mole concept is done, and equivalent weight concept is done, and salt hydrolysis, buffers and pH calculation of the mixtures are done, and also solutions and colligative properties are also done. So I am done for now. We'll see with more stuff in the next class. Okay, thank you very much. Signing off, Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry. Stay tuned in the session. Please like the session and share with your friends and press the bell button so that आगे आने वाले का जो sessions है ये भी आपको पता कर लेता हूँ मैं. And also stay motivated. Okay, you are done with your NEET, but unfortunately it is cancelled, and reattempt it. I'll tell you one example. When you kick start your bike or just a button, it will start. It started, just moved ahead and engine is stopped. What do? You don't demoralize it. Again you just start it. It will start, it will run. Okay, so that is the simplest way you can do it. And all the best. I'm signing off, Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry. Bye bye, all the best.